Hello and welcome to MMOFTW for December 14th, 2013. I'm your host, Bill Murphy, and this is the week that was in MMO news at MMORPG.com. This week it's all about WildStar, as Carbine let us into the beta and dropped the NDA for the first 15 levels at least, so we're recapping our coverage here to give you the skinny on all we've uncovered so far, and if you don't care about WildStar, well, tough. This week is what we got to offer. Nellie Johnson made a visit out to Carbine Studios in Irvine, California to play WildStar, try the housing, interview the devs, and learn all about the developer's vision for the world of Nexus. In our exclusive preview, we dive deep into the opening stages of the game, and also take a close look at housing and how it will really become your character's home away from home. We also took a very close look at both the Medic and the Engineer, the two most recently revealed classes for the game. The Medic is a medium armor-wearing healing and DPS machine who uses high-tech resonators to burn enemies and revive allies, basically dual-purpose defibrillators. He's both a mid-range healer to buff and debuff people, but also takes a little planning and strategy to get the whole thing working at its peak. You know, he can do damage, but you really have to plan out his skills in advance. Meanwhile, the Engineer is a bit more unique, a ranged DPS class with multiple pets and the ability to be the main tank in groups. He has a huge gun, lots of explosives, and tons of little robots with different purposes of their own. They're definitely two of the game's most unique playable classes, so be sure to give both previews a look. We also got some serious hands-on time with the Spellslinger and the Warrior this week. The Spellslinger is, well, a space cowboy. He shoots things from afar, attacks up close, jumps around like a crazy person, and oh yeah, he's one of the game's main healers. Garrett Fuller, not normally a fan of such classes, finds the dual pistol-wielding brigand quite fun, but me? I also tried out the Warrior, admittedly the class I expected to be the least exciting, but you know what? It's a great reimagining of an MMORPG staple. He has high mobility just like the other classes, great utility stuns, gap-closing leaps, and is a whirling dervish of destruction with a giant two-handed sword. Really, really, really fun. Lastly, our WildStar columnist Gareth Harmer detailed WildStar's crafting in PvP. The crafting is a blend of old staples with just enough newness and depth to make crafting more than a side activity. It really has usefulness as a way to gear out your characters at an early stage rather than only being useful at the endgame. Definitely take a look at the preview link below if you want to know more. And of course, what theme park MMO is complete without PvP? While WildStar will have open-world PvP servers where anything goes, all servers have access to battlegrounds, arenas, and even war plots. The battlegrounds were all we were allowed to take a look at thus far, and in traditional fashion they pit 10 players from one faction against 10 from another. The first game available involves capturing voodoo masks that randomly appear across the map and returning them to your base, a sort of modified version of Capture the Flag. It's fast, frenetic, and definitely takes some skill with WildStar's targeting mechanics. Plus, you can spec out your character specifically per PvP, so there's an added layer of min-maxing thrown in for the pile. Check out Ripper X's second First Impressions video for some footage of the Walaktiki Temple Battleground. That does it for this week. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch at MMORPG.com. You can also find me on Twitter at TheBillMurphy. Thanks for watching, see you next week, and as always, don't let a bad pug get you down.